Recording this bit. All right. So today, this is a bit of a goofier. I'm just gonna get to it. The Cocoa Puffs conspiracy, bruh. By I'm not trying to glaze them by Alex Bell because this is something. This is something like. Hold on. Let me pause it really quick. This is something that's goofy because like I've never, I've never sat down and thought so the Cocoa Puffs, like the commercials, I've never thought down and just and thought about it, or sat down and thought about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I've always just mindlessly watched them and kind of brushed them off. So the fact that Alex Bale has like a conspiracy about this, I'm interested to watch it. You know what I'm saying? I know it's stupid, I know it's goofy, but at the same time, I'm interested because again, I grew up as a kid, literally just mindlessly watching this shit. But now it's cool to actually see someone like put a whole video together about it. I don't know. It's cool to me. We're reacting to it. That's what we're here to do. Shit. I'm a political. Hey, I got that degree in political science. I'm a scientist, baby. That's what we do. We react to weird, unusual shit. Let's go. Without further ado, let's get to it. Oh, hold on. Let me lower my volume so it doesn't echo in the video, bruh. 30. Here we go. All right.
There's no escaping chocolatey Cocoa Puff.
I've always thought there was something strange about Cocoa Puff commercials. Most kids' cereal commercials are pretty straightforward. There's a fun, wacky mascot character who wants a certain type of cereal.
It's straightforward. The plot's pretty simple.
And has to overcome some kind of obstacle to get it.
So now, but now I'm thinking. I don't mean to pause it, but now I'm thinking: is there going to be something like now? When we look at other like cereals, like other cereal like commercials and stuff, like is there gonna be like a story behind that too? Like can he piece it together type shit? That's something I'm thinking of already.
Silly rabbit, tricks are for kids.
It's pretty basic stuff. But the thing that's strange about Cocoa Puff commercials is that Sonny the Cuckoo Bird isn't trying to get the cereal, he's actively trying to avoid it.
How do we escape the great taste of Cocoa Puffs? You've got to keep Cocoa Puffs away.
Okay, that is
If you
true.
think about it.
Okay, that is true. Yeah.
Sonny is kind of a struggling addict who's desperately trying not to relapse, but fails every
I
time.
always thought too, like I'm crazy for Cocoa Puffs. Like you're crazed. You're thinking about them. Like I don't know. I always thought that was I did think as a kid. I always thought that was kind of weird, right? That like he'd say I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and all that shit. Like I always did. I don't know why. It just rubbed me I always thought that part like of the commercials were weird because he's crazed by it. And look in his eyes. Like you can low key like you can't see my mouse. We're fix that in the future. But if you look at like his eyes right here, they look like crazed. They don't look like normal eyes. You know what I'm saying? You see the dots, but then you see like some mass around them, some cocoa mass. I don't know what the fuck.
And ends up destroying whatever building he's in and terrifying the people around him.
Can't control myself. I'm going Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs. Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs are literally ruining his life, and I think it's kind of weird that that's how General Mills chose to advertise their cereal
Yeah, right?
for children.
Why did you
But
do it
whatever,
normal like the
these
rest
are
of
just
the
silly 30-second kids
cereals?
commercials that are all essentially the same. There's no plot or world building. There couldn't possibly be anything here worth theorizing about. Right? What if I told you that beneath the surface of these colorful cereal advertisements is one of the most dark and complex underlying narratives I have ever seen in a
Like
piece
right
of
there,
media?
like what is like where does he get this shit from? What is he talking about? What is so dark about the Cocoa Puffs like commercials, bro? That's why I'm
A
I'm
hidden
interested. He does
story
such
of
a
addiction,
Yeah.
war,
Such a good job
betrayal, and
presenting
a
his, like, his
massive
material.
conspiracy about the world Sonny lives in that no one has discovered before today. I promise you that after this, you will never be able to watch a Cocoa Puff commercial the same way again. This is
Okay,
the
spit your
Cocoa
shit.
Puffs conspiracy.
So stupid. Shit, how many? Hold on, let me pause this. Okay, yeah, it has 201K views, bruh. More views than I'm getting than I've got right now. So
Oh no, I've been in a car accident! I should call my
part one, yeah, that was just like a little skit. I think that was gonna be if we go through, yeah, like a little skit.
The very first commercials for Cocoa Puffs aired in 1958 and originally featured 3 children instead of the
Almost
iconic
70 years
Cuckoo
ago,
Bird
bruh?
as their mascot.
All aboard for the Cocoa Puffs train. Ding, ding.
It wasn't until 1962 that Sonny made his first appearance as the bird who goes cuckoo whenever he sees Cocoa Puffs.
Watch out, because I'm Cocoa Puffs.
There's all that information.
This format was very
Also, I'm
successful.
gonna say something too. If the quality's a bit off, I was messing with it before, but it's hard because, like, the thing is, like, I was messing with my contrast, my gamma, like I was messing with all that, but it's kind of hard because, again, this clip is from like 1952, like what he's showing right now, so it's kind of hard to like for it to like the format and for it to look good in different like over the years. So like taking from some 1952, you know what I'm saying, 2004, like trying to make that old, like try to, you know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, sorry if it looks a bit off. I'm still working on that. We'll get to it eventually.
And Sonny has been the mascot for the brand ever since. Since then, he's gone through many redesigns, but the basic premise has always stayed the same. Sometimes he's joined by children, sometimes he's with his grandpa, but he always ends up going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, despite his best efforts to avoid them.
Up here, I won't go cuckoo for my favorite cereal. I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
It wasn't until 2004 that Sonny got his most iconic redesign that he's still known for today. And it's these commercials that I'm going to be focusing on for this theory. The more modern Cocoa Puff commercials introduce us to the world that Sonny lives in, a society inhabited by intelligent talking birds.
No chocolatey and vanilla Cocoa Puffs combos.
Yeah, like this commercial, like that's what I'm saying. This commercial's from how long ago, bro? Like yeah, it's kind of hard. It's
Surprisingly
hard to, like,
complex for just being the backdrop of kids' cereal commercials. They have their own bird cities, bird airports, bird legal systems. They even have a bird military.
I never thought about that. But they do have all that. I never thought they had like it's not just about like Coco or whatever his name is. It's not just about him. Like there's other birds involved. There's whole cities involved. There's like that. It's a whole community. Like this whole livelihood type shit.
Who on the rat box?
I didn't realize
Why
that.
do the Cocoa Puff commercial birds need a military? Like, who are they fighting? Are there bird wars?
That's a good point.
And
Why
the
do they
entire
need a
bird
military, bro?
world
Hold on, let's
seems
pause
to
right there. Why do they need a military? Like, what are they fighting? Cereal wars? Like, what the fuck?
run on
Oh,
Cocoa
no.
Puffs. All the grocery stores sell are Cocoa Puffs. If you go to the opera, they're singing about Cocoa Puffs.
This box right here. The Cocoa Puffs.
Even the media seems to be run by
So
Cocoa Puffs.
stupid but funny.
Extra new chocolatey vanilla Cocoa Puffs combo cereal.
So, obviously, this is a very difficult place for someone trying to beat a Cocoa Puff addiction. No matter what Sonny does or where he goes, he cannot avoid Cocoa Puffs. He tries to ask people for help, but all they want to do is talk about how great Cocoa Puffs are.
How do I escape the great taste of Cocoa Puffs? Why would you want to escape it? Cocoa Puffs are munchy. Munchy. Stop it.
The only person willing to help him is Gramps, his trusted grandpa, who's been with him since 1962.
Keep Shelly from going cuckoo. I'm gonna hide Cocoa Puffs in this room.
Gramps?
I'm not hiding Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs?
Don't go cuckoo on me, boy.
But even with his help, it's not enough. He tries to go to the store, or the opera, or in a plane, or a deserted island, but wherever he goes, Cocoa Puffs is already there.
It's funny, bro. Like he's running from a box of cereal, bro. Like I don't know it. Like the concept of the commercial, like I know it's like a commercial, but like real, like trying to make it real. Like, bro, he's running from a fucking box of cereal. Like he's going crazy over a box of chocolate cereal. Like that's why that's why it's so funny because they make it so entertaining and stupid. And I just didn't realize
Sonny
as a
even
kid,
tries to
like, how
file a
stupid it
restraining
is.
order
Like,
against Cocoa Puffs, but it doesn't work because
stupid in, like, a
apparently
funny
they're
way,
too
not, like, you know
delicious.
what I'm saying?
Find you guilty of being delicious.
Sonny is a very tragic character because of just how much Cocoa Puffs are an inescapable, fundamental part of this world.
Cereal.
But it isn't always like this. Occasionally, there are these weird outlier commercials that show a different side to this world, where we see these little moments where the bird citizens are just as afraid of Cocoa Puffs as Sonny is. The first time I noticed this was in a commercial for the new Cocoa Puffs chocolate and vanilla combo cereal.
Extra new chocolatey vanilla Cocoa Puffs combo cereal.
It opens with a newspaper boy announcing the new cereal, but for the first time, people seem kind of disinterested in Cocoa Puffs and just walk past him. And then the commercial takes a very sudden turn.
When chocolatey,
and vanilla E combined, there's no escape.
2 massive Cocoa Puffs.
Imagine it's too like in whatever they're trying to do. If they're trying to like sell Cocoa Puffs, whatever it is. Imagine it's like 2 big ass Cocoa Puffs that come and like just crash down, almost like meteors. Almost like that's see that it's so stupid. It's so like
In
funny.
the
It's so
sky
funny and
crash into
stupid.
each other and begin raining
So
down Cocoa
overhyped,
Puffs
too, like,
all
it's-
over the city. The
they're
people
Cocoa
start
Puffs,
screaming
bruh.
and
Not
running for their
big-ass
lives as
asteroids.
the entire city is consumed by chocolate and vanilla.
Don't go cuckoo! Don't go cuckoo!
But after Sunny goes cuckoo, we cut back and see that everyone is now enjoying the cereal.
Oh
No chocolatey and vanilla.
shit! I didn't realize that. Hold on, like watch. I didn't realize that. Everyone was in a panic, and now they're like all crazed and happy.
Part of this good breakfast.
Now, in bowls
Make sure
everywhere.
look at them. They're all eating that shit up too, like happily, like just robotic, like just a second ago. You got to think, literally just a second ago, they were running for their lives. They're all panicking and literally screaming, and now you're seeing them just be happy and eat. Interesting.
Something has
point.
changed. This is not a world where everyone has always loved Cocoa Puffs. I think that this is a world that has been taken over by
Get me near
Cocoa
Cocoa
Puffs.
Puffs.
And if you don't believe me, we get much more explicit confirmation of this in the commercial for the new chocolatey explosion puffs. I've kind of been holding off on showing this one because it is honestly the most insane commercial I have ever seen in my entire life. Like, you are not prepared for what I am about to show you. This commercial takes place inside of the Bird military headquarters, where Sunny, as a Cocoa Puffs expert, discusses the dangers of this new type of Cocoa Puffs that's exploding in people's homes.
I'm warning you, it's more chocolatey.
What do you mean more chocolatey?
Yeah.
Picture chocolatey Cocoa Puffs.
Okay.
Even more chocolatey than that.
And the military birds look terrified of this and are treating it like a major
Cereal, bro. What is so scary about cereal? Just eat it or just don't. I don't know. They're stupid.
threat.
An extra chocolatey puff?
Scared.
Who want more chocolatey?
Just how chocolatey is it?
And what happens next
Armor's
is...
down.
I can't even describe it to you. You just have to kind of see it for yourself.
Right, like
Chocolatey than that.
Just how chocolatey is it?
Sunny
this is a
reveals he
weapon.
secretly brought a box of the explosive Cocoa Puffs into the meeting with him, essentially a bomb that he launches at the military, basically committing Cocoa Puffs domestic terrorism and flooding the entire room with chocolate.
and look, they had
And
this
after-
crazed look in their eyes. They were a second ago so scared of it, and now they're literally swimming in it and happy. Okay.
Afterwards, we see the main military guy again, except now he seems to be supporting the cereal,
Limited time only.
and even his military stars have been replaced with Cocoa Puffs.
No, that's crazy. That is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Good. Okay. Maybe there is more going on. Like, why would they do that? Why would the creative writers put that in? Like, he's obviously. That's okay. That's cool.
Sunny has essentially performed a coup
Like a hit-
and used
yeah.
Cocoa Puffs to take
at-
over the Bird military. These commercials are not about trying to sell cereal to kids. They're about the hostile takeover of the bird world from within. But
Political.
why is Sunny doing this? I thought he was just some guy trying to escape his addiction.
You gotta keep Cocoa Puffs away from me.
Why is he suddenly a sleeper agent working for Cocoa
Yeah.
Puffs in this commercial? And
How does
who
that
is
work?
really behind this takeover? So, at this point, you might be thinking that these are all just a bunch of random, incoherent, one-off commercials with no continuity or logic behind the things happening. You know, they're just a bunch of wacky, random skits made to sell cereal to kids, and we shouldn't really try to understand them. And you'd probably be right,
With Bell, it's not that deep, bruh.
until they released a single
about to drop
commercial that fundamentally changed everything we
Nah.
thought we knew about this world. In fact, this commercial gives us so much new evidence that it is the entire reason I decided to make this theory. Let's take a look.
Let's take a look. Shit.
Cocoa Puffs experiment. How long does it take Sunny to go cuckoo for.
Cocoa Puffs?
Immediately, this commercial looks and feels very different than the others. Instead of a bird city, we're inside of a very advanced looking laboratory where Sunny is apparently being experimented on with Cocoa Puffs.
Begin countdown now.
So chocolatey! I'm Cocoa Puffs!
See what he's saying? So it's like
As
a
expected.
science experiment, right? How long till he goes crazy? They got elapsed time. They got, they got everything they need, and they got like different cameras in there too. It looks like they're watching different stuff. They definitely are in a lab. They definitely are in a lab. So, okay, Bale.
Sunny goes cuckoo and destroys the lab, but in the final moments of the commercial, we pull back to see who's really running the show. Humans. Humans are the ones behind this experiment. This world that we thought was only inhabited by intelligent bird people also has humans in it. And now, with this context, we can finally start to put all the pieces together.
The war? For what? The war?
So, here is my theory. This is a world where advanced intelligent humans and bird people separately coexist as global superpowers. And I believe humans are the ones who created the Cocoa.
Okay, look, and I'm gonna say this, like, where does he get that from, though? Like, I understand, okay, we do see from the commercials, right? We do see that they live in a town, you know what I'm saying? Like, they live in a town, these birds are obviously, like, they're intelligent, they can communicate, they can speak, they can talk. They're obviously like humans, but, like, I don't know, like, how does he get that they're, like, both super, doesn't mean, like, I'm saying just because they have, like, they're doing that doesn't mean they're, like, a superpower, you know what I'm saying? Like, they run the world. Just because they're in one area, they have one city, doesn't mean they're all around the world, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. This is kind of fuzzy. Like, where does he get that from? That they're and on top of that, like, why are they at war? Like, why?
Puffs.
Maybe
I think
they'll
we
go
can
into
assume
that.
this
Why?
because we can see humans are running a lab that is clearly making and testing Cocoa
Okay.
Puffs. We can even see the chemical structure for Cocoa Puffs on the monitor. So that means that humans are responsible for giving Cocoa Puffs
Okay,
to
I
bird
guess.
society.
I guess debating. Okay, maybe there is something going on. This is obvious, right? There's something going on between the humans and the birds. But maybe he can explain why. Like why? Like where? You know what I'm saying? He drew that there's some superpower, but like why? What's the conflict originally? You know what I'm saying? That's. I'm just into this now. I'm really into it. Like, why are they?
And
Why?
clearly
Why are
their
humans
intentions
fighting
are
birds?
far beyond just diplomatic trade. Remember what they were testing for.
How long does it take Sunny to go cuckoo for?
Cocoa Puffs?
How long does it take Sunny
Right, so
to
they
go
plan to,
cuckoo
praise the other
for
birds too,
Cocoa
like
Puffs?
Sunny, like they did,
They
like
are
they have been doing.
specifically testing how addictive the cereal is, meaning humans are intentionally trying to create the most addictive product they can. In the world of these commercials, Cocoa Puffs are not just a delicious breakfast item. They are a weapon created by humans to brainwash and control an enemy nation's population. The fictional in-universe cereal is what I mean, not the real-life Cocoa Puffs. Please don't sue me, General Mills. We are witnessing an interspecies war between humans and birds, where humans are launching giant Cocoa Puffs at the cities and planting sleeper agents inside of the military.
Okay, so now I get it. Now these. Okay, so those big like Cocoa Puff meteors are like Gus bombs or something they launched at the cities to I don't know. I guess to craze the birds. I guess. And it
Why
worked.
is this inside of a cereal commercial?
worked, yeah,
So
yeah.
these commercials are telling the story of this global Cocoa Puffs war. But I think they're telling it out of order, and this lab commercial is at the start of the timeline, showing us the creation
I'll let him get
of
to it.
Cocoa Puffs. The humans use Sunny as a guinea pig to create an
Test
extremely addictive cereal, and they even made him the mascot on the box to help sell it to other birds. But why would Sunny go along with this? Well, he doesn't exactly have a choice. Like everyone else, he's just a victim being controlled by the addictive, brainwashing properties of Cocoa Puffs. All they have to do to activate his programming is just say his 3 trigger words: munchy, crunchy, chocolatey, and he goes cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Why don't we discuss your home?
He's
You're real.
stupid. He put the Cocoa Puffs guy on the Winter Soldier, bro. He's stupid as hell. This is funny. He's so funny.
Желание,
Munchy.
12,
Разве? Oh my god. This is hilarious. Alex Bale, this is hilarious, bruh.
Soldats.
He is the human's perfect sleeper agent, and believe it or not, this has all actually been foreshadowed since the very first Cocoa Puff commercials. Remember how I said the original 1958 commercials only featured children instead of a bird? Well, that wasn't entirely true.
All aboard for the Cocoa Puffs train!
In the kid's home, we can see a cage holding a bird.
So Coco has been there since the beginning, bro. He's been just a regular bird.
The very start, Sunny has always been a prisoner to humans. And even the 70s commercials show us that it was humans who first got Sunny addicted.
Puff, puff, Cocoa Puffs, chocolate-tasting Cocoa Puffs, munchy, crunchy, chocolatey. Cocoa Puffs, yahoo!
And if you're still...
One thing I kind of noticed is he said he'd only be focusing on like the 2004 commercials, but he does. Don't get me wrong, it helps him. It helps his case and it does help prove him right. But he also uses like the commercials from the 70s and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So why say that if you are going to be using, you know, commercials from the 70s? I'm not trying to be nitpicky, but
still not convinced that this is an intentional hidden narrative inside of these commercials. Then let me ask you this. Why did they choose to make the mascot of their cereal a cuckoo bird? Sure, it's partially because cuckoo sounds like cuckoo, but I think there's a deeper reason. What are cuckoo birds? They're brood parasites. Instead of raising their young, they secretly lay their eggs into the nest of other bird species, and once the baby cuckoo hatches, they proceed to kill the other birds and take over the nest from within.
The cuckoo chick instinctively pushes out any other eggs in the nest.
They are literally the sleeper agents of birds. This is exactly what's happening
Okay, so if you literally, I mean, okay, he's taking it literally. Like, if you use, like, the literal, like, that, okay, that's smart. I didn't know he was, hold on, I gotta research
these commercials. Humans secretly inserted Sunny into bird society, and he took it over from within, just like a cuckoo bird. And the humans didn't just randomly insert Sunny into any old nest. Take a look at the commercial where we see Sunny's grandpa's house.
I looked it up. He is a cuckoo bird. He is. Damn. Okay. Good job, Bill. Good job on. Good job improving your point, because that means he literally snuck in, you know what I'm saying? Did an inside job. Like,
they're in a hallway full of what I assume are family photos. And if you look closely, you can see a picture of the main military bird. The humans inserted Sunny into a family with a high-ranking military officer, which allowed Sunny to use that connection to get into the military headquarters and perform the coup. And it worked. Everyone hit by Cocoa Puffs instantly loves them. They own the military, their entire economy and legal system runs on Cocoa Puffs. Humans have essentially colonized and taken over all of bird society. They won. So, now that the war is over, I guess the next question is, what happens to Sunny? Well, he's not a prisoner anymore. He's free to live a normal life in a world controlled by humans and eat all the Cocoa Puffs he wants. Except now, unlike all the birds around him, he desperately doesn't want Cocoa Puffs.
You've got to keep Cocoa Puffs away from me!
How do we escape the great taste of Cocoa Puffs?
But why? Because more than anyone else, Sunny knows the truth about this world. He knows all the horrible things humans have done to bird society, the horrible things he has done to betray his country. So, of course, he would try and reject Cocoa Puffs. But the world he lives in literally runs on the cereal. No matter where he goes, he can't escape his addiction. Remember, he even tried to file a restraining order against Cocoa Puffs in a bird court of law.
Me too, dude. He's trying to file a restraining order against a box of cereal. Imagine, like, in real life if you did that, bro. That shit would be like, no, everyone would be looking at you like you're kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying?
But the judge refused to. Wait a second.
Isn't that?
Why is the judge Sunny's grandpa?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the only dude who's supposed to help him, like, trying to be getting away from the cuckoo, from the Cocoa Puffs. I'm fully invested in this right now. We gotta finish this, bro. I'm invested in this.
Court now in session. I find you guilty of being delicious. Sonny, this is a fancy restaurant.
That is clearly Sonny's grandpa. Even his nameplate says Judge Gramps.
It says right there.
Wouldn't that be like a major conflict of interest? Like, you can't just be a judge for your own family member's court case, right? And even if we ignore that, isn't Sonny's grandpa supposed to be the one character who's actually on his side?
It keeps Sonny from going cuckoo. I'm gonna hide Cocoa Puffs in this room. Cocoa Puffs? Don't go cuckoo on me, boy.
Why does he rule against Sonny when he's the only one who's been trying to help him beat his addiction? Maybe we need to take a closer look at Sonny's grandpa. In one of the commercials, we see Gramps trying to help Sonny by hiding the Cocoa Puffs.
See, he also looks like a cuckoo bird too. So maybe that's what I'm saying. You can't trust those cuckoo birds, bruh. Can't trust them.
Cocoa Puffs in this room.
They are bred for double agents.
But
to be a double
immediately
agent, to betray.
after, he says this.
I'm not cuckoo. Don't open that door then. Because there's munchy, crunchy, chocolatey Cocoa Puffs in there.
Look at him. He's clearly trying to tempt Sonny into getting the Cocoa Puffs. He even uses Sonny's exact trigger words and has a nefarious smile.
He did. Yeah, you can see it. Look at his, look at it. The way he smiles. Yeah,
Gramps doesn't want Sonny to beat his addiction. He just wants Sonny to think that he's on his side. But in reality, Gramps is manipulating him.
Could be.
Why? Because I think Sonny's grandpa is working for the humans. Sonny is the mascot for Cocoa Puffs, and if humans are going to continue to use Cocoa Puffs to control bird society, then they can't have the mascot on the box actively trying to avoid and discredit the cereal.
You've got to keep Cocoa Puffs away from me. It turns everything chocolatey, and they make me go.
Too, like, and that's, dude, like, he's so resistant against
So
the box of
they
cereal,
use
bro.
someone close and trusted to Sonny, like his grandpa, to manipulate him into never breaking free of his addiction.
Well, they're munchy and crunchy.
Just look at Gramps' life. He's got a big house, he eats at fancy restaurants, and he's a powerful judge who can seemingly break whatever rules he wants. Gramps is thriving in this human-controlled bird society, and I think it's because he made a deal with the humans to betray his own grandson. And once again,
I understand there's evidence to prove that, but where does that moment exactly happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess, like, yeah, you can say that he is double crossing his grandson, Sonny, but like, why? You know what I'm saying? And how do you know exactly that it was like maybe he'll explain in the video, but how do you know exactly that, like, that they made a deal behind the scenes and now he's not on Sonny's side? Like, how do you know that? Where's the solid proof for that?
Gramps profiting off of Sonny has been foreshadowed since the very first commercials.
Money, that makes sense.
Oil, we're rich.
How you gonna get it up, Gramps?
Sonny can't resist Cocoa Puffs. Here, Sonny.
Okay, that's right there. He did for profit. Okay.
Gramps,
He did
Sonny's
for profit.
only parental figure, has always been working against him.
That's what it comes down
But
to, bro.
that brings up something else that I've always wondered about. Why is Gramps Sonny's only parental figure? Where are Sonny's parents?
Another good question.
Even if Sonny was a brood parasite inserted into this family, he'd still have parents before grandparents, right? It feels like someone's missing. This may seem like a pointless question to ask for how little backstory we're given about these characters, but there is actually...
I mean, not unless he was put in a family. I mean, I don't know, because, I mean, what, Grandpa, actually, no, because Sonny, so is Grandpa like his fake grandpa then, or is he his real grandpa, you know what I'm saying? I don't know we got to answer that first. Next, if that's the case, so say his grandpa isn't his real grandpa, then he could have just easily been put in a place where, you know, Grandpa over here, the fake grandpa, real grandpa, we don't know. Grandpa, you know, he could have had kids and they passed away, or maybe they don't talk to him anymore, or yada yada yada. You know what I'm saying? And then they place Sonny there. Sonny could have easily been placed in a family, you know what I'm saying, that didn't have that generation kids, and that's what he could have been placed in there to take over for, you know what I'm saying? To fill that missing generation, to fill that gap of the grandpa's kid, you know what I'm saying? But it's also weird too. If this is his real grandpa, then I don't know. I guess they're both placed in a family of like that didn't have like parents, or I don't know, missing that generation that should be there. I don't know. I
Actually,
don't know.
a
I'm
single
invested in it. I told you guys
insane
now.
hidden
I'm
detail in
overthinking
one
it.
of these commercials that unlocks one final damning part to this theory. Remember those family photos that had the military guy in
Of
them?
course.
If you look closely, the hallway is full of different bird people, all with boxes of Cocoa Puffs, except for one photo that shows a female bird all by herself. And it's the only photo with no Cocoa Puffs. It's a really weird detail to include, but what's even stranger is that when Sunny is about to open the door to release the Cocoa Puffs, the photo changes to show the woman is afraid
Shit, I didn't
for
even
Sunny.
notice that.
Sure, maybe this was just supposed to be a cartoony way to emphasize the danger, but then why is she the only photo that changes? The birds in the photo right next to her are completely indifferent to Sunny's struggle. This feels like the animators are intentionally trying to tell us something about specifically this female bird that we've never seen before. And trust me, I've checked. She doesn't show up in the background of any of the other commercials. So here is the final part of my theory. I think this is Sunny's mother. Maybe his real mother, or maybe his adopted mother from the whole brood parasite thing. Just like Sunny, she was clearly aware of the dangers of Cocoa Puffs and wanted to avoid them. But unlike everyone else, why don't we see her in any of these commercials? I think it's because she tried to protect her son from the dangers of Cocoa Puffs, and the humans who needed Sunny for their plans murdered her because of it.
Damn, it is that deep, bro. It is that deep. They're over here, you know what I'm saying? Like, getting grimy for some Cocoa Puffs, for some, well, I guess it's deeper than that. It's deeper than cereal. You know what I'm saying? But
these Cocoa Puff commercials are not just a bunch of funny little cartoons
100%.
designed to sell cereal to kids. They are a complex, interconnected story about the horrors of war, addiction, family betrayal, and murder. And if after all of this, you still have the fucking balls to leave a comment saying, "Oh, Alex, I think they're just cereal commercials, you're overthinking this," then let me ask you this. Why did they decide to make the characters in these commercials birds? Birds can't eat chocolate. Chocolate is poisonous to birds. The entire bird world is slowly being poisoned by Cocoa Puffs so that humans are the only dominant species on this planet.
So that's why, okay. So,
maybe
so it ultimately comes down to a dominance thing. That's why they're at war, you could say. I guess we got our answer there, but still, there's no evidence to prove that. You can prove that maybe something's going on. Obviously, he just did. You know what? You can't even say, okay, maybe they are at war, but like, why? You still don't know. Maybe, is it a dominance thing? You know what I'm saying? How did it get to this point? I still have more questions on top of that.
They're just cereal commercials. I don't know.
Stupid. Hold on, but our birds.
Hello! Thank you for watching. I got a lot more of these stupid, very in-depth, over-the-top fan theories.
Okay, so birds, because I'm looking it up. Oh yeah, I guess it says they're not allergic to it, but it says that it's like toxic. So technically they are allergic. If it's toxic to you, right, it's gonna cause harmful side effects. So like I don't know, because it's like contradiction itself. But it says like toxic and cause like their health problems and even death. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So if it causes death, it is like I don't know. Maybe being allergic to something and something being toxic is two different things. I don't know.
Coming out this year, so subscribe to catch those, or check out the theories I've already made, because there's some good ones in there. I'd like to give a shout out to Mr. Nightmind. He recently made a nearly 3-hour-long deep dive into my ARG web series, Don't Feed the Muse.
Okay, so I think that's gonna wrap it up for this. Shit, I'm just working and grinding out more video games, more reaction videos coming soon. So yeah, that'll do it though. So peace.